father manufactured ceramic capacitors all my life, so I always like to go into work and see with my father and see things being made. So I think that was in my DNA. And I am an engineer by training and profession, but we do take an engineering approach to manufacturing and to design, of course, here at Clarity Design. And my feeling is that having it all under one roof, our engineering presence makes our manufacturing stronger because we can help fixturing, and we also design for manufacturability. And also having it makes our designers better as well, because manufacturing gives them feedback as to the manufacturability of the products they design.
So we're a contract manufacturer, and we're a fully staffed design and engineering firm. So, we can play in the design space, the manufacturing space, or we can do both. That really comes to light when, customers allow us to get involved in the design phase, and we can design around our manufacturing capability.
It really started with one of our customers that was really on a roll. It was a consumer non-prescription product, over-the-counter product, but as they grew, we grew, and that got us into the medical domain, and then we've just grown from there. We have ISO 9001 for general best practices in design and manufacturing, 13485 for medical device design and manufacturing. FDA, we're registered with the FDA as a manufacturer of Class 2 devices, and ITAR for any restricted military or defense.
We didn't have AOI or SPI, and when we were looking at our SMT lines, that was the next improvement that we wanted to make. We decided we wanted AOI and SPI. We looked at a couple of different options for used machines. We even brought one in-house and tried to hook it up and just evaluate its capabilities. And it just didn't seem like the value was there.
We were evaluated as a manufacturer by a company, and they came through and they said, "You look great, except you don't have SPI and AOI." And I said, "Fine. When you see that technology at CMs, whose machines do you see?" And they said, the machines we see the most are Koh Young out of South Korea. So I kept that in mind, and I was at a trade show and happened to meet the rep for Koh Young, the Southern California rep for Koh Young. And I noticed on their banner that they had Koh Young. So I started asking them about that, and that's PMR. The support has been terrific. They set up a demo at their facility. We actually brought some of our boards in and ran them through. Gave us a high degree of confidence that, yeah, that's a good choice. So it's really worked out well. The installation went very smoothly, the training and the support that we've had ever since. So, and learning more about Koh Young, that they've got really a very large worldwide market share, made us feel good about the fact that they're going to be around for a long time.
We brought a fully assembled board with components, and then we actually did a solder paste on 2 of the boards, and I kind of held it on my lap as we drove up to Orange County, which was really fun, and got to see him go through the machines and passed. And then we got to induce some failures on both the assembled board and then the solder paste board, and watch the machines pick up the issues.
Installation was very straightforward. There's always challenges in moving individual pieces of equipment on an SMT line. In our case, we tried not to touch the SMT machines, so we didn't have to re-level those. But we had to move a stencil printer one way and the oven the other way, and we had to make sure everything was lined up and leveled. But we have a trusted partner that helps us with that. So when the AOI and SPI machines came, we uncrated them, slotted them in their spots, got them level, and then Koh Young came out and they were fantastic with their startup support. So as part of the initial training, they checked and made sure safety interlocks were working, that conveyors were working, all the voltage rails looked good.
We got a week of SPI training and then a week of AOI. It was with 2 different people from Koh Young. The training is wonderful. I feel like I'm really equipped to program both of these machines and interact with them on a daily basis and interact with the data that they generate.
Local Koh Young rep here in San Diego. So he came here every day for 2 weeks, and for the first week he trained us on how to use SPI, starting from new program to how to run in steady state manufacturing, and then the second week was AOI. And we walked away from that very knowledgeable, very comfortable, and our process engineer was able to start, I think the very next week, program the line for a new board all by himself, and we've been doing it ever since.
Their support team has been amazing too. Putting a ticket in with Koh Young America has been super simple, and they get back to you really quick. And, you know, they're on the machines within 30 minutes of me submitting a ticket. So
having the automated inspection increases efficiency, bottom line. So, you know, if there's a board that we run on the lines without AOI and SPI, we'd have to rely on either an automated test down the line or a human being inspecting the board later to detect a problem. Only then can you go solve it. With AOI and SPI, you catch problems immediately, so you stop the line and you don't make more product that has the same problem. And it also identifies the problem, so you don't have to wait as long for an inspector or a test. If there's a tombstone component, it tells you, here's a tombstone component, I've identified it, now all you have to do is go fix it.
We have an offline programming station, so if our line is running, and it is most of the time, I'm able to do the programming offline, and I'm able to remote into that computer as well from my desk. Very seamless and very simple integration into programming, and it doesn't hold up our lines. If we have an issue with the board that's kind of lingering and more frequent than others, you know, we can make changes to somewhere upstream of the line and get a good idea of monitoring that as it goes to the AOI to see if we're doing better or if it's kind of the same, if our changes are actually making any improvements or if they're getting worse. So having that data from the casework has been really essential. Boards that get designed on our other side of the wall there are my favorite to build. You know, they have the least amount of problems, and they go through the line easiest. And even boards that we design and we have problems with, I'm able just to walk down the hall and kind of talk to our design engineers about, you know, how can we improve this.
We have a pretty skeleton crew running in steady state operation. It's really one operator running the line and a process engineer supporting. And that's more than enough with the automation. I would always advocate more automation and more efficiency, and Koh Young has given that to us, and I think it would do that for other people as well.
And I will say that as we bring in prospective customers and they see our shop and we point out the benefits of SPI and AOI, they get it and they really like it.